let's start with the session. Good evening, namaste. A very warm welcome to all the participants who are still joining, who have joined today for the session. And we welcome you all to the sixth session of Best Talks. Today is the sixth session. And this session is the second session under the series All You Need to Know About Virtual Events. And we are glad to see you all joining the session today. Slowly but steadily, people are joining. And before starting the sessions, I know many of you are having your exams right now, या फिर start होने वाला है. So if you want to quickly share how you are feeling, how your exams preparations are going on till the time the people are joining, we can quickly know whether how are your preparations going on. Are you all prepared? Yeah, still under pressure, working on it? Yeah, all set and ready to go for the exams. So just let me know your thoughts in the chat box. And if you don't want to share whether you have prepared for the exams or not, that's also fine. That means you just want to keep it secretive. That's also fine. But we'd love to know what are your thoughts right now. Are you stressed about the exams or how you're feeling about it? And before starting the session, I'm also just pointing this out that for all the questions that you want to share to your speaker, please share that on Q&A tab box, and all the thoughts, all the inputs, things you want to converse, वो सारे points आप अपने chat box में share कर सकते हो. And for all the questions, you can share it on the Q&A tab. All right. So I think everybody is set for the exams and there's no pressure at all because I don't see any inputs as such on the chat box. So I'm assuming that they're all done and all well prepared, and I just wish you all the luck. But today, keeping all the pressure sideline for some time, we are going to learn something new today. And that is the whole purpose of Best Talks, to guide you all, to help you all learn new things and build a sense of social responsibility and how you can lead your way through activities and make a difference. So, as I mentioned, today is the second session and the final session under the series All You Need to Know About Virtual Events. So, the theme for the session today is how to increase reach of virtual events. तो हमने previous session में देखा how to organize virtual events, and that session covered everything from narrowing down how to identify your target group, how to prepare your checklist, what are the things you need as a backup, how to host an event, how to keep people interacted. So the previous speakers shared very practical and useful tips for you all to adopt on that session. So continuing on the similar line, we are having the second session today on the theme how to increase the reach of any virtual event. Because in any virtual event, it is important how we approach. The first base is how we approach the target audience and how we inform them about the event and how we are informing all the target groups about the events, and post the session how important it is to use the digital platforms that we have to let know about the information that has been carried down during the event. So these both aspects will be covered under this session, and this session will share tips on planning and creating engaging content, how to reach out and how to digitally promote the outcome from the virtual events on various digital platforms. So this is the main crux of the event that or the session that we are going to learn today. And without any further ado, I would like to invite our speaker for today, uh, Hamid Rahman, and he is the network manager in Lanke Foundation, and he steers the social media platforms of LCF, and he has quite a good amount of insights and strategize. He has that knowledge about what kind of target audience want the kind of post that goes well with the kind of target audience. How can you approach certain people? How can you disseminate information amongst various target groups? And so he is the steering wheel of social media for LCF, and his insights, his strategies, and his knowledge in this topic will surely help you all with new learnings on how to approach these target audience and how to further disseminate the information in various digital platforms. So without any further ado, I'd like to invite Hamid Rahman, and he'll surely enlighten you with all the learnings and tips and tricks that he has about the particular theme. Over to you, Hamid.
Thank you, Judith. Thank you for summing up the last session and the wonderful introduction. I'm really glad to be here to host this session. I hope all of you all who have joined this session will go back today feeling that they can organize and promote a virtual event or any event for that matter really well. Thank you all for joining. Before starting the session, I would like to have a quick poll to know how many of you have ever created a marketing plan to promote your event. And I want all of you to answer this. 1 second, just sharing the poll. Please, all of you, answer this poll. So I see a lot of no's, only one yes. No, no, no. Everyone is saying no. So I think we have 30 seconds more. Let all of, yeah. So the poll has ended and you can see the results. Only two of you have ever planned a marketing strategy to promote a virtual event. And 92%, 22 of you have not done it. So today you are going to learn something new. So that's good. All right. So without wasting any more time, let me just share my screen and we'll start with the session. Okay. So today's session is on how to increase the reach of virtual events. So once again, in another words, how to create a good event marketing strategy. आपने एक event create किया, आप एक event organize कर रहे हो. How to create a good event marketing strategy for that event. How to increase the reach of that event. How to get more people to attend that event. So I will teach you how to create a good marketing strategy. So what are you going to learn? So you'll learn the basics of a good event marketing strategy. आपने एक इवेंट क्रिएट किया, आपको उस इवेंट के लिए कैसा इवेंट मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटजी बनाना है ताकि बहुत सारे लोग आपको उस इवेंट के बारे में जाने. दे नो अबाउट द इवेंट, they want to learn about the event and they want to attend the event. Use of social media and email marketing to increase the reach of the events. आपने एक इवेंट मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी बनाई है, आप सोशल मीडिया को और ईमेल मार्केटिंग को कैसे यूज करोगे टू इंक्रीज द रीच ऑफ दिस इवेंट. I will also tell you about the tools that are useful to promote the event, and I will tell you about the tools that are useful to design promotional material for an event. And I'll also show a live demo of creating a beautiful design for a poster or a flyer. And I'll also show you how to make a good video using that tool. So let's start. What is event marketing? So event marketing is the combined effort of activities taken to promote an event. जो भी आप activities करते हो, जो भी आप steps लेते हो एक event के बाद अपने event को promote करने के लिए, उन सब का combined effort होता है event marketing. एक इफेक्टिव मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी जो होती है, इट क्रिएट्स डिमांड फॉर इवेंट थ्रू डिस्कवरी. आपने एक इवेंट क्रिएट किया, इसके बारे में कोई नहीं जानता, आपको ये लोगों के सामने रखना पड़ेगा ताकि वो इसके बारे में जाने. सो एक इफेक्टिव मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी आपके इस इवेंट को डिस्कवरेबल बनाता है एंड हेंस इंक्रीजेस द नंबर ऑफ पीपल अटेंडिंग द इवेंट. The main objectives of event marketing are letting more people know about your event. Of course, when you start an event, when you create an event, you want more and more people to know about your event. And when more people know about your event, they will get interested in finding out more information about your event. And find when more people get interested in finding out information for your event, then you can convey how the event fills specific needs for them. And when you convey that, it convinces more people to attend your event. So how do you start? Where do you start? So every good marketing strategy begins with identifying goals and building specific objectives. So you have to identify why behind your event. You have to identify कि आप ये event क्यों कर रहे हो? आपका goal क्या है? What is your goal behind this event? So you find the why behind that event. And after you have found out the why behind your event, you build some objectives that will help you shape your offerings and how you will market the event. So for example, some one of the whys can be you're having you want to more people to register for a particular initiative. So for that you are holding an event. That initiative can be planting more trees. You want people to plant more trees, so you are having an event where you will ask people to register for this initiative. So for example, you hold an event for this initiative where you ask people that if you join this program, you will get to know about the benefits of planting trees. So for example, 300 people will join the program and know about the benefits of planting the trees. That can be one of your objectives, that 300 people join the event and know about the benefits of planting the trees. Then another objective can be 200 people join the initiative. They register for the initiative that they will plant the trees. So first objective can be 300 people join the event to know about the benefits of planting the trees. The second objective can be out of those 300 people, 200 people actually join the initiative to, why they say that they will plant the trees. And out of those 200 people, you expect 150 or 100 people to actually take up the action and plant trees. So these are some of the objectives that are related to your why behind the event, that you want people to plant more trees. And these all three things that I've just shared are objectives behind that why. So what are your objectives? They need to be precise. As I said, that 300 people should join the event. 200 people should then register for the initiative to plant trees, and out of those 200 people, 100 people should end up planting the trees. So they need to be precise, they need to be action driven, and they need to be relevant to the main event objective. That is the why behind your event. So once you have know why are you holding this event, what are you going to do next? You are going to write down your event marketing strategy. You have a goal. Now you know the why behind your event. You need to plan or strategize the whole thing, the whole event marketing, how to reach that goal. A goal without a plan or strategy is just a wish. आपने कोई भी गोल रखा है तो आपको एक प्लान बनाना पड़ेगा, एक स्ट्रैटेजी बनानी पड़ेगी वो गोल अचीव करने के लिए, वो टारगेट रीच करने के लिए. तो इवेंट मार्केटिंग में भी ऐसा ही होता है. आपने एक गोल रखा है कि ये इवेंट में करूंगा, इसमें इतने सारे लोग ज्वाइन करने चाहिए, तो उस गोल को रीच करने के लिए आपको एक स्ट्रैटेजी राइट डाउन करनी पड़ेगी, लिखनी पड़ेगी. तो आपको ये इवेंट मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी कैसे लिखते हैं वो आपको मैं समझाऊंगा अभी. इसके इवेंट मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी को राइट डाउन करने के लिए बहुत सारे टेम्पलेट्स आपको ऑनलाइन मिलेंगे. यू कैन डू अ सिंपल गूगल सर्च एंड इट विल गिव अ लॉट ऑफ टेम्पलेट्स टू राइट डाउन द event write down your event marketing strategies, and you can use them to document your strategy, or you can create your own template. And I'll tell you what all you need to do to plan your event marketing strategy in a better way. So the most important five thing is you need to think about five W's. The five W's are why, who, when, what, and where. These five W's are most important when you plan your strategy, event marketing strategy. So the first W, why. Why should people attend your event? Why is this event important? How will it bring value to the person attending the event? You need to think about all these things. कोई अगर आपको आप आपके इवेंट में आके 2 घंटे 1 घंटा टाइम अपना दे रहा है, he should get something out of that. you know he is giving you time, he should get some benefit out of it. कोई आपको फ्री में आपके 1 घंटे या 2 घंटे नहीं देगा. So you have to create value for the person attending that event. For example, आप अभी ये सेशन अटेंड कर रहे हो, आपको एक वैल्यू दिख रहा है because you are learning something new. That's why you are sitting here for one hour listening to me, because you see value in this session. That's why you are here. So that ऐसी आपको जब भी आप कोई इवेंट क्रिएट करते हो, इवेंट मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी क्रिएट करते हो, तो आपको ये पता करना पड़ेगा कि आप क्या वैल्यू क्रिएट कर रहे हो जो भी पर्सन अटेंड कर रहा है वो इवेंट. One example can be XYZ is the must attend event of the year for students who want to meet young leaders working on climate change and join hands to bring about real change in the world. So जो भी any person who is really passionate about climate change, who wants to be a young leader working on climate change, आप उसके लिए अगर एक event create करते हो where you say that you will meet young leaders who are passionate about this cause, who are the most front leaders in this cause, and you can come to this event and join hands with them and bring about real change in the world. So any person who is passionate about this cause, you have created some value for him to attend this event, so he will definitely join the event. So you need to identify why people will attend your event. So once you have identified the why people should attend your event, you need to define who should attend your event. You need to define your target audience. You need to define your audience who will attend your event. So there are a number of ways by which you will define your target audience. So the first thing to know about your target audience is what is their age, whether they are young, they are old, whether they lie in the age bracket of 10 to 20 years, 20 to 40 years, 40 to 60 years. You need to define that. What are you targeting? Is it students you're targeting? Is it working professionals you're targeting? Is it experts you're targeting? You need to define what gender you are targeting, whether you're targeting males, females, or both genders, whether your target, which location you are targeting, whether it's pan India, whether it's throughout the world, whether it's in a particular city, Delhi, Bombay, Pune, what location you are targeting. You need to see whether you are targeting students or you are targeting working professionals. You need to define these things for your target audience first. Who are you targeting for this event? Once you have defined that, you need to find out how do they consume content. Like for example, a working professional may consume content. By content I mean flyers, videos, or posters for the event, or emailers or messages. How do they consume this event and consume this content? They might consume this content through emails, through social media. So you need to find out how your target audience consumes content. A working professional consumes content through social media or mailers. A student, for example, consumes content through social media only. So you need to find that out. Third important point is what technology or social media they use, whether they use Instagram, whether they use Facebook, whether they use Twitter, Snapchat, or whether they use WhatsApp, or whether they use only mails, Gmail. So you need to find what technology they use. And then you need to find when are they most likely to interact and how. You need to find out the time they are most active on social media, or when they are most likely to check their emails, when they are most likely to check their messages. You need to find out that time when they interact through the media. You have already find out, you have already defined that they use this social media and they use this time to interact on that social media or that technology. After you have found all these things, you need to find out their key influencers who influence them. For example, someone who is passionate about climate change or air pollution might follow people who are working in this field, who have a large number of followers on social media. You need to find these key influencers so that you can reach out to them and ask them to share your promotional material, so that the reach of your event is increased. And last but not least is triggers. It's again the why that I've already talked about. Main motivation in terms of attending the event. What your event can give them that will offer them true value. You need to find that out. After you have defined your why and you have defined your who, the third important W is when. When are you scheduling your activities in your marketing strategies? For example, when to start your promotions on social media, when to send emails, when to release the event video. You need to list down key times, dates, and timely activities. You need to jot them down and you need to follow them rigorously. For example, if you have thought about sending 4 emailers during your marketing campaign, you need to write down the time and the date exactly and follow that schedule properly so that your if a marketing strategy is effective. Otherwise, if you miss any date or any time, then you have what target audience you had defined, and you had defined what time they look at their messages or mails. You're just not following it properly. So you need to schedule your activities. You need to list down all the key times, dates, everything you need to write down and follow it vigorously. And the fourth important W is what is your marketing campaign. आप क्या क्या शेयर करना चाहते हो. तो इसमें आपका सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट जो सबसे पहले आता है, यू नीड टू राइट डाउन द लैंग्वेज यू विल यूज फॉर द इवेंट. एंड योर टू इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स दैट आई टॉक्ड अबाउट, व्हाई you are holding this event and why should people join your event, are going to be useful in that will help you in creating this language for the event. Write down that language. You will use that language in your posters, in your flyers, in your videos, in your messages, in your emailers. So you need to write down that language. After you have written down your language, you need to design and create posters, flyers, videos, everything you want to create for the event, you want to share, that you need to create and design. After you have done that, you need to share your posters, flyers, videos on social media. You need to share your promotional material everywhere. After you share, you can share your promotional material through emailers also. Once you have shared these posters, flyers on social media through email, you need to promote your posters, flyers, and videos, particularly on social media. So what people do is they run targeted ads. So if your event has a marketing budget, if you have a budget for your event, you can run ads for your event. If you don't have marketing budgets, even then you can use influencers, your colleagues, your fellow classmates to ask them to share your promotional material, reshare it, so that reach of your event is even greater. After you have defined all your why, who, when, and what, you need to weigh. What is weighing? You need to measure the success of your event marketing strategies along the way. You are doing all these activities, you but it's not producing any results. That means your event marketing strategy is not perfect. You need to change or alter it. So that's why measuring the success of your event marketing strategy is very important. How can you measure? So there are different ways of measuring the success of your event marketing strategy. The first thing is alpha beta testing or A B testing. What you do is, for example, you are sending an emailer with a flyer or a poster telling people about your event. So what you do is you divide, for example, you have 100 emails, you divide it into two categories. So 50 emailers you divide into A category, and 50 emails you divide into B category. For first 50 emails in A category, you use one set of subject line, one flyer, and your what you call is call to action, or the time of sending the email. So use one set of these things. In B category, use different 50 emails. Use different subject line for those emails. Use different flyer or poster for that. Use different call to action, and you use different what it is called call to action and uh, yeah, call to action. So you basically check which one is working, A or B. Whatever is working, you repeat doing that. So if A is not working, B is working. So for the first category of 50 emails you had taken in A category, you would repeat the B category testing for that. You use the set of things you have used for B set of emails. So that way you can check which one is working, which strategy is working. So this is called A B testing. You can always check for your email click through rates. What is email click through rate? You need to check how many people are opening your emails, how many people are, after opening emails, are clicking the link you have shared through email, how many are registering through that link. You need to check all those things. If people are opening and not clicking on the link, no one is basically joining your event. They are just opening the email and shutting it down. So you need to keep a track of these things. You need to keep a track of video waves, how many people are viewing your video, and you need to keep a track of how many people are viewing your video for 1 second, how many people are viewing for 3 seconds, how many people are viewing it for more than 3 seconds. Because if someone is watching your video for 1 second, he's not really watching your video, he's not really knowing about your event. So that's not what you want. So you need to keep a track of these things. You need to keep a track of engagement with posters, flyers, how many people are sharing it, how many people are resharing it, how many people are liking it. So when once you keep a track of these things, you can measure the success of your event marketing strategy. If none of these things are working, no one is viewing your video for beyond 1 second, people are not registering when they open their email, and people are not engaging with your posters, flyers, videos, you need to change the strategy. You need to analyze and optimize. You need to redo it again so that your event is a success at the end, it's not a failure. So you really need to measure all your event marketing strategies along the way. Don't hesitate in changing your strategy if this first strategy you you have written down or you have planned is not working. So these are the 5 W's that are very important in creating or planning your event marketing strategy. First is why. Why should people attend your event? Second is who. You need to define your target audience. Third is when. You need to schedule all the activities, all the things you want to do in your event marketing strategy. Fourth is what is the whole of your event marketing campaign, the flyers, the posters, the language. When are you going to share it? How are you going to share it? How are you going to promote it? And next is measuring the success of your event marketing strategy. That is the weighing part of it. Sorry. Now I'm going to tell you about how to create event content. This is the most important part. You have the marketing strategy, you have the language, but you need to create engaging designs, engaging videos for your audience to know about your event, so that you get more audience when you for your event, so that more and more people register for event. So what is event content? These are posters, these are flyers, these are videos, these are virtual backgrounds, these are code cards. They can be shared before the event. The posters, flyers, and videos you share before the event so that people register for the event. During the event, you create videos so that that everyone in the audience is engaged during the event. And post event, you can create code cards where some important points or facts that are shared during the session are shared post event through social media or email or whatever medium you want to use. So I have divided these tools in 2 categories. On the left, you can find the tools which are easy to use, they are readily available, they are free to use. And on the right, these are more of paid tools, they are professional level tools. But you can always start with the tools that I have shared on the left. That is the first tool that I more will recommend, and I use it myself, is Canva, because it's easy to use. You got a lot of templates that you can use from existing list of templates. It's great for designing posters, it's great for designing flyers. You can even create good videos on Canva. So I would recommend each one of you have a good grip on Canva, because that is going to help you a lot in designing the content for your event. The two other softwares tools that I recommend is KindMaster and InShot. They are really helpful in creating and editing videos directly on mobile. And on the right side, if you want some pro level editing and graphics and videos where you want expert level of graphics, then you can always learn these softwares. That's Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator. For graphics, for videos, you can use Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro. And of course, there is a learning curve for these softwares. You need to learn them, then only you can manage creating posters or videos on these softwares. So always remember, good content matters. You need to entice your audience with stunning visuals. Otherwise, none of them will, even spare a second for checking your whatever you're sharing. You need to share good quality videos, good designs. That's very important. That will help in gaining attention of people who are checking your content, and in the end, more and more people can join your event. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create something. I'm going to show you a live demo on Canva on how to create a video, how to create a post, how to create a flyer. Let me stop sharing this for 1 second. Yes. Can you see the screen right now?
Yes, Hamid,
You
we
can
can
type
see
yes.
everything.
Okay. So what I will do is I'll go to Canva, canva.com. You don't have to download anything. You can just write in the website name and you'll go to on Canva. Okay. So for example, I have to create a flyer for my event. So what I'll do is I'll just search here. I'll search flyer and it will take to me all the different templates that are already available here. So you can create a blank flyer while you will create a whole thing yourself, or you can use any of these templates that are already there. For example, if you want to create something on air pollution, you can just write air pollution here, and it can give you different templates that you can use for creating your flyer. You can see a lot of templates are there, a lot of sizes are there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a blank template and create a new thing out of I'm not going to use any template. You can always use a template, and once you're comfortable in knowing the software, you can then start creating from a blank canvas, basically create your own thing. Okay, so I'm going to go and create a blank flyer. So here you can see nothing is there, just a black canvas. So now I'm going to put things here. So what I'm going to do is, so I'll what I usually do is I'll go to photos and I'll search whatever flyer I have to make. For example, if there is a session on air pollution, I'll just share right here, search air pollution here and check out different photos that are there. And for example, I'll take this photo and I'll make it as a base of my flyer. It's not good. Let's not take this. Okay, let me take this one. I find it very attractive. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now I have the language ready, which we talked about earlier. I have the language ready. So first I need to put some name. For example, my event name is air pollution public health emergency. So I just put the name down. I just make it the right size so that it is in one line. I put it at the top. I make it bold. I can even change the font type. Anton, I like this font, so I'll change it to Anton. So this is my event, my session title. Okay, then I'll use another text that is going to be some brief about my event, what this event is about. For example, I'll use uh, I'll use something like this: air pollution is responsible for 7 million premature deaths every year. Join this session to know more about how air pollution affects your health. Listen, experts, healthcare sector. So this is some basic language. Basically, you need to define the language you'll use for your poster. So I'll change the font for this one. For example, I'll keep it like this. Okay. I can put some a rectangle strip behind it to highlight it because it's not visible. I can change the color of this to black. I can make it a little transparent so that it's really visible. Okay. After that, I can put information like date, time, and registration link. I can put all these things in here, for example. Okay. And if you have any more information, you could put it here. If you have to put any speakers that are attending, any speakers that are attending the session, that are joining the session, and you want to share those details in your flyer, you can just go to elements here, and elements, you can create a frame. In this frame, you can upload any picture. For example, i'll I'll put, for example, this picture. Okay. And I'll put the details, name and designation of this speaker, Khilnani, and so on and so forth. So this is how you can create a poster very easily on Canva. You can just then download it from here in JPG form. So you see what I'm getting at. It's very easy to create a poster or a flyer these days using Canva. You can create stunning designs, and you can use templates that are already available, or you can create it like I have done right now. Okay. One more thing I want to show is how to create videos. For example, now you want to create a video. What you'll do is you go to videos here, you search air pollution. Okay. You'll get a number of videos. For example, you want this video first, then you want another page, you want this image first, this video. So you can crop the video here. You want only 5 seconds. First slide you want only 5 seconds, and on that you want this information. On second slide you want some another information. For example, I want air pollution kills, not kills, I'll write air pollution affects the health of our loved ones. And again, you can crop this and make it 5 seconds long. And then you add another page, add another video. Okay. And then here you again make it 5 seconds long and put the event information, the date and time and everything. So you can put music also. I'll go to audio and put some music, really interesting music. Okay. So you can see, you can create great videos out of Canva itself that you can use to promote your event. Right now it's not playing. I don't know why. See? You see what I'm getting at? Like, creating these videos, stunning visuals is very easy these days. You don't need any expert for it. You can just use these tools, learn these tools, and create all these materials yourselves. In Canva, I will show you a simple trick where you can learn about all these things. Is you can go to, one second, it's just loading. Yeah, you can go to learn, and you can basically do all these courses where you can learn about making posters, flyers, videos, everything you can learn here in this learn section. So you can start any course. These are all free of cost. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay anything for the site. So this is a great tool, and I recommend each one of you to learn this tool. It will help you a lot in creating designs, flyers, posters, videos, even presentations for your schools. All right. So before we go any further, I would like you guys to answer one more poll question. Let me bring it up. Yes. Which platform do you think plays the most important role in promoting a virtual event? Once you have designed all these flyers, all these posters, how are you going to promote it? Where are you going to promote it? Please answer this question, all of you. Most of you are saying social media, some of you are saying WhatsApp, instant messaging, and none of you are saying email marketing. I see a lot of people are answering. Come on. Okay, I think we are done with this question. So I'm going to end this poll. Now I will share the results. You see, most of you think there's the tool to promote a virtual event is social media. That's your Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. 70%, 74% of people think that this is the most important tool, and only 23% think instant messaging. That's WhatsApp, and that's 3% think that email marketing plays the most important role in promoting a virtual event. Okay, I'm sharing the results with you. Sorry, I had not shared it earlier. You can see. All right. No, so now I will tell you how to what is the best way to share. So what is how to promote your event. So right now I asked you a question. What do you think plays the most important role in promoting your event? All of you said social media. I will say all of these: social media, instant messaging, and email marketing. All of them play equal and important role in promoting your event. It all comes down to your target audience, what you had defined earlier, and how, what they use, how do they consume content. You need to define that, and based on that, you can define which is the most important tool for promoting your event. So right now I'll tell you about all three of these. Social media, you need to promote on Instagram, you need to promote on Facebook, you need to promote on YouTube, you need to promote on LinkedIn, you need to promote on Twitter based on your target audience. You need to promote on WhatsApp, that's very important. Every event you should promote on WhatsApp. And email marketing, you need to promote your event on your email marketing. If you have a mailing list, you should do it, because it's a great way to promote your event. In email marketing, you can use Gmail. If your email list is very short, like 100, 200 people, 300 people, if you need to send emails, then use Gmail. It's free, you don't have to pay any cost. If your list is long, is 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, then you can you can use Mailchimp, Sendinblue, Amazon SES. These are all paid bulk email marketing services. If your list is 1,000, 2,000 long, and you don't want to pay for all these services, you can always go for mail merge. and Autocrat. These are free add-ons that you will get on Google Sheets. You can learn about them on Google. You can simply search Autocrat and mail merge on Google, and you will uh, get a know-how on how to use these tools. So I want to share some of media marketing tips when you promote your content on social media. What you should do. First thing is caption. Your caption should be short. It should have all the important points, and it should not be boring. It should be very catchy. It should not be long. You need to put a lot of thought on your caption. Second is hashtags. You need to find hashtags for your event. You need to find niche hashtags that are related only to your event, and you need to find generic hashtags um, that are trending right now. For example, Instagram has these daily trends like Instagram Reels, Monday motivation. Those are trending hashtags that you should use apart from your niche hashtags that are relevant to your event. Third is effective call to action. You should have an effective call to action related to your event after the caption. For example, if your call to action is people should click the link and join for the register for the event, then you need to put that registration link in the caption. You need to have that call to action so that it's easier for people to just click on that link and register for the event. You need to tag relevant influencers. If you have talked to any influencers and told them about your event and they have agreed to reshare your content, then you need to tag them so that they can find you easily and share it on their social media platforms. This will increase your reach. You need to tag partners. If you're partnering with any other organization or any other school for your event, you need to tag them so they can find your content and they can share it on their platforms as well. You need to ask your colleagues to reshare. Ask your colleagues, your family members, your friends to reshare so that maximum number of people know about your event. And last but not least, you need to check for social media restrictions while sharing on social media. For example, the length of the video. On Twitter and Instagram, you need to have a video on Twitter 2 minutes 20 seconds long. Longer than that, it won't get posted. On Instagram, you need to check the video length, the size of the video. You need to keep in mind copyright issues, so you don't use any material that can raise these issues. So you need to keep a check of these social media restrictions so that your content does not get rejected or blocked. So these are some of the tips that you need to take in account when while sharing on social media. And email marketing tips. Email is a great way to promote your event, and some of the tips that I will share with you that you should always think about and take into account while sharing an email marketing campaign is you should start building your list. Well, while you are thinking about your event, you should start building the list of mailing lists that you want to share your content with. You need to write to an actual person while building your list. You need to put in the email IDs that are valid. You do not need to put invalid email IDs, because that will just it's not useful if the emails get bounced or do not get delivered. So you need to have emailing list with those emails which are actual persons who have given you permission to use their emails to send this promotional material. You may have found while you register for any service or any website that they give you this agree to list, that you agree, please give us permission to send you marketing promotional material in future. So you need to have that kind of agreement with the person you are sending your email to. Third, you need to have a simple template for your emailer. I would have shown you how to send emails also using these softwares, how to create a great design, a great emailer, but due to time restrictions, I can't show you those. Maybe in next session someday, I can tell you how to create a great template for your email marketing. You need to check while you send your email. So you can send a draft email to yourself and check whether it's mobile optimized, whether it's showing the way you want it to show on mobile also. because sometimes what happens is the email will show properly on your desktop but not on mobile. You need to test different subject lines. Again, if this comes under A/B testing, you can test one set of emailers with one subject line and another with another subject line, and see which is working and which is not. You need to clean your list. Once you start having events, for example, right now you are having an event, people register for your event. You will have an email list that you can include in while you are promoting for your next event. So always keep adding on to that list and cleaning your list. You can always check when you send one emailer that what mails are getting delivered, what are getting bounced, what are getting rejected. So you need to clean your list and keep adding to it with number of events you have. And don't overload people. No one wants 3 emails in a day about same event, or no one likes promotional material. So you need to have gaps before you send another email. You can't send once in the morning and one in the evening. Keep it 2 or 3 or 4 days gap before you send a mail again. Timing, again, this comes up under who. When you define your target audience, when are they most likely to open their email. So generally what people do is they check their emails in the morning. So you can send, best time for sending an email is in the morning. Testing, again, you need to measure the success of your email marketing. Test with what is working and what is not, and whatever is working, keep doing it. And effective call to action, that is important. In this case also, you need to have an effective call to action so that people can easily find a registration link to your event to join that event. So here is an emailer sampler that we had at Lung Care Foundation. So this was a talk on COVID and vaccination. The name of the event was Your Questions on COVID and Vaccination. This is the register now. This is the registration link. This is the date, timing. It is clearly visible. These are the partners, their logos. Here is something about this event. We have a brief description about the event. That is the language of your event. So this is a single email, top to bottom, and here are the our speakers, their details, and this is the call to action. Click here to register. So it's very visible, very clear. People when they open the emails, they just have to click here to register. For this event, we had a survey also going on, so we had another call to action. Click here to participate in the survey. So you can conduct surveys and ask people to participate in these surveys also. So this is an example of another call to action. So this is a great emailer. You can look at it and see how to sample your emails. Thank you all. I hope you had a great learning session today. We are very short on time right now. I don't think we will be able to, answer your questions. But if you have any questions, you have any doubts, you can always reach me at hamid@lcf.org.in. I will try my best to solve those doubts and answer your questions. I can even share some learning material with you that I've used over the years to gain this knowledge. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Hamid, for that wonderful session. I mean, when usually हम event marketing जैसा एक word सुनते हैं, तो people usually think it's a very heavy word, and it's something that big organizations or corporate sectors should look into while they are promoting any event. But let me tell you, when we learned through this session today, what I learned, and I hope what you guys learned today, is that event marketing is important for any event or anything that you plan to do or wish to do. Even from a single activity that you're planning to do or a session that you want to do on a smaller scale, having a plan, having a strategy always goes a long way. So I think in that context, Hamid, you have really helped everyone with all the tips and tricks and all the elements, from all the 5 Ws and all the strategies, from creating the poster, how to do it. I think you have really shared wonderful tips on the theme, and connecting both the sessions under the series, from how to organize virtual events to how to increase reach of virtual events. The only thing I want you guys to carry on from here is that uh, it's not just for a very large gathering or anything. For the causes that you believe in, for the action that we are working on, you can plan small events and have a checklist. You can define your target audience, plan your activity from, as Hamid said, if you want to initiate a plantation drive, you can strategize everything from how to organize it, who are the people who have to target, हम कैसे strategize कर सकते हैं, कैसे और लोगों के पास ये पहुंचा सकते हैं. So the whole idea behind this is that how you as the young minds can think about how you can curate all these informations, customize it, and आप लोग कैसे lead कर सकते हो अपने personal level पे, community level पे, school level पे, friends के साथ, to make a difference. And that's when this learning will actually bring a difference or make a difference in the society and show us the change that we want to see. So, with that being said, as Hamid said, yes, we are having a time crunch, and that is why we are not able to take any questions right now. But as Hamid said, you can always reach out to him on his email ID, hamid@lcf.org.in. And we'll be sharing the feedback form link with you all right now on the chat box. And for all the people who have missed out on that, we'll be sharing that on mail. And along with the feedback form link, I'll be sharing the email ID of Hamid so that you can reach out to him if you have any questions for him. And we'll also share the guidebook, the presentation that was presented today for your ready reference on mail. So that's the first information. And with that, I'm happy to announce the next session. And it is a very interesting session that we have planned for you all. And it is on green economy. The future is green. So the idea behind this session is that how we know social sector is a very fast emerging sector, especially in context of Indian economy, which includes education, health, environment, etc. So we are thinking about how the development sector or the social sector we can think about is as a career opportunity. As we see the title, the future is green. So we have to mix the social sector, the development sector with a sustainable goal, and we have to think of ways how we can adopt, implement practices or look out for green practices in any career opportunities you choose, and how renewability, sustainability, or efficiency should be the goal for any career opportunity that we are looking forward to. So for all the people who are having exams and are of course looking for career opportunities ahead, I think this session will give you a lot of inputs on it. Of course, you can have your own vision of career opportunities that you want to take up, but maybe this session will help you channelize how the future can be green, and how there is an emerging uh, opportunity in the sector, green sector or green economy. And the details of the sessions will be shared along with the e-certificate of participation for this session. And with that, we have to wrap up the session very quickly. And before moving on to winding up the session, I have to quickly thank Hamid again for the wonderful session. And along with that, thank you all for joining and taking out time and joining the session. We hope that you found the session very informative. And we look forward for you all to join for the next session. And I also want to thank my entire team at LCF. Without them, it wouldn't have been possible for all the backend support that they have been giving us. Rajiv sir, Matrushi ma'am, Kritika, Hamid himself as a speaker, Siddharth, Sanjay. So everyone who have helped me through this session, thank you so much. We'll be seeing in the next session with a very interesting topic again. And until then, have a great evening. Goodbye.